Good morning to all my marvelous music students at Ormond Beach Elementary and at Tomoka Elementary. It's Mrs. Light from Lighthouse Music Channel, and it's good to see you. Well, sort of. I do miss you though, and I'm hoping you're getting to watch some of the videos on my channel and do some of the activities. So today's activity is going to be based on our dynamics in music. That's part of expression. Dynamics are the louds and the softs. On my screen, can you see the symbols on my screen right now? Take a minute and look at them. Maybe some of you have seen them before. Maybe some of you haven't. A few of my students have said it reminds them of their math, the greater than and the less than signs. Well, it kind of means that in music too. I want everybody to think about the last time they were watching a parade and they were watching it live on the street. And in the distance, way off in the distance, you could hear that the marching band, the high school marching band, they were coming. It was very quiet and you knew it was the band, but it was really quiet and you knew they were kind of far away. As they got closer though, it got louder. And when they were right in front of you, they were the loudest. Then as they kept going on down the street, they got quieter again until finally you couldn't hear them anymore. How about this week with the bad weather that we had? We had some really bad weather, and especially here at my house, it was a bad thunderstorm. I could hear the storm coming because I could hear rumbles of thunder way off in the distance. The storm wasn't here yet. It was a little bit windy and it was cloudy, but I could hear those rumbles of thunder way off in the distance. As the storm was passing over my house, it got louder. The wind got more fierce, the rain got loud, the thunder got loud. And as the storm was passing, it decreased. Everything got softer and quieter until the storm was eventually gone and we were back to blue skies. Those symbols on my screen mean exactly that. The first symbol on the left is a crescendo. So you start at the little end softly and you gradually get louder as you move towards the big end. And then the other symbol is called a decrescendo. You are at your loudest point and you gradually decrease until it goes away or is soft. A lot like our thunderstorm or our marching band. So crescendo, starting soft, gradually getting louder, and decrescendo, starting loud and gradually getting softer. So I have a book for you today. It's called Listen to the Rain. And I'm going to read this book using a crescendo and a decrescendo. And then we're going to add some of our found sounds from around the house to kind of make our own little rainstorm. Listen to the Rain by Bill Martin Jr. and John Archambault. Listen to the rain, the whisper of the rain. The slow, soft sprinkle, the drip, drop, tinkle. The first wet whisper of the rain. Listen to the rain, the singing of the rain. The tiptoe pitter-patter, the splish and splash and splatter. The steady sound of the singing of the rain. Listen to the rain, the roaring, pouring rain. The hurly-burly, topsy-turvy, lashing, gnashing teeth of the rain. The lightning flashing, thunder crashing, sounding, pounding, roaring rain. Leaving all outdoors a muddle, a mishy, mushy, muddy puddle. Listen to the quietude, the silence and the solitude of after the rain. The dripping, dripping, dropping, slowly, slowly, stopping. The fresh, wet, silent aftertime of rain. Okay, did you hear how I read the storybook? I read it with a crescendo and a decrescendo, but I would like to do a little bit more than just read it with a crescendo and decrescendo. Now I would like you to take some of your found sounds, and the second time I read the storybook, I would like you to add your found sounds to the pages of my book. So do you have some found sounds around your house that might sound like raindrops or wind? I found a few things. How about the egg shakers we made? Or the toilet roll shaker? A little bit like raindrops. I found some other really cool things that we could use. Do you remember my Cascade pod container that's now empty? And the rocks that I found, the pebbles that I found outside? Watch this. Dripping, dripping, dropping. Slowly, slowly, stopping. How about the words where it said pitter patter, pitter patter? How about this? On the bottom of a bucket or a plastic trash can? Pitter patter. On when it said gnashing teeth of the rain, hurly-burly gnashing teeth of the rain, how about you take plastic and roll it together? That sounds like a much louder sound for those pages. Or maybe our shakers that are a little bit louder, the ones with rocks. Or the one with pennies. How about your bubble wrap? I know you guys have all been ordering online since you've been home. I know I have. If you don't have that, how about tinfoil? All of these sounds can be used to help us make a rainstorm when we're reading the book. So I would like you to use some softer sounds and then gradually pick up the louder sounds, showing me that crescendo and decrescendo. I actually also have some real instruments here that are pretty cool. I do have my rain stick. That sounds like raindrops. I also have my lightning drum, which is one of my favorites. Now, my really creative students might be able to figure out how to make one of these at home because that's just a spring. And I'm just shaking it to make this lightning sound. I also have one of my drums here at home, and I found when I rub on the drum, it reminds me of the wind rushing or blowing. Or when I tap on the drum, raindrops. So these are all suggestions of things that you can do to make a crescendo and a decrescendo when we do our storybook again. Because I'm going to read it again for you, and I would like you to add your found sounds that you have to the reading of the storybook. So take a moment and go find your sounds. Here we go again. Listen to the rain. Listen to the rain. The whisper of the rain. The slow, soft sprinkle. The drip, drop, tinkle. The first wet whisper of the rain. Listen to the rain, the singing of the rain. The tiptoe pitter patter, the splish, splash, and splatter. The steady sound of the singing of the rain. Listen to the rain, the roaring, pouring rain. The hurly-burly, topsy-turvy, lashing, gnashing teeth of the rain. The lightning flashing, thunder crashing, sounding, pounding, roaring rain. Leaving all outdoors a muddle, a mishy, mushy, muddy puddle. The quietude, the silence and the solitude of after the rain. the dripping, dripping, dropping, slowly, slowly, stopping. The fresh, wet, silent aftertime of rain. I hope you enjoyed the storybook, Listen to the Rain. And I'm hoping you're getting to experiment with your found sounds around the house. And today, I'd like you to show me crescendo and decrescendo. So after you're finished doing Listen to the Rain, the storybook with your found sounds and your crescendo and decrescendo, I'd like you to do this song. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and we're going to add some dynamics. So if you look on my screen, those are the words. So I'm going to say and you say it back to me. Listen to the raindrops. Drip, drop, drip. Falling on the rooftops. Drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter. Drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, pitter, pat. Drip, drop, drip. So now I'm going to sing it for you. Just listen to how the song goes. Listen to the raindrops, drip, drop, drip. Falling on the rooftops, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. Do you hear a lot of repeated parts? What's the most repeated part? You got it, drip, drop, drip. So I want to use my crescendo and my decrescendo and make my song a little bit more exciting. Look what happens when I add a crescendo and a decrescendo just to the first line. Listen to the raindrops, drip, drop, drip. How about if I add it to the second line? Falling on the rooftops, drip, drop, drip. Now I'm not going to add any dynamics of any kind to the last two lines because I want you to create your own dynamics. So let's remember, other than crescendo and decrescendo, we also have these options. You have piano, mezzo piano, pianissimo, forte, mezzo forte, and fortissimo as options. So for the last two sentences of my song, I would like you to decide what dynamics we should do for the song. Listen to the raindrops, drip, drop, drip. Falling on the rooftops, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. That was my choice, but you're going to make your own choice. And you're going to get to use your found sounds with this song. So as you're practicing it, use your instruments and your found sounds and do the song with your found sounds and the dynamics that you add. Just another little exercise or activity that you can add to your storybook, Listen to the Rain. So I'm going to sing it one more time. Do you think you can sing it with me? Listen to the raindrops, drip, drop, drip. Falling on the rooftops, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, drip. So now it's up to you to change the song and the dynamics to the way you would like to do them. So guys, I miss you a lot. I hope you're enjoying these episodes. Please take the time to do the book and make your own rainstorm. Show me some of the instruments you're using or tell me in an email or in the comments below. I would love to hear how you made this story and this song more exciting. I hope you're having a great week, and I'll see you again soon.